Strong Toyota, leading the way every day. And Strong Toyota, symbols of trust.
One of the things that we're going to be able to enjoy here very shortly is a documentary from PBS. And they're here tonight getting some film and some conversation started. And one of the things they're looking at is the disproportionate amount of patriots that we have on this island.
Guam's culture of military service will be highlighted in a public television special in the months ahead. The focus of the PBS special will be on the disproportionate amount of Pacific Islanders serving in the U.S. military. The PBS Advance team arrived yesterday and dropped in on the K57 talk show last night to hear Governor Calvo and host Vic Rogers talk about the culture of service on Guam.
Coming here from outside, I don't think people realize how much Guam's community really revolves around the service to the country, the family members that have served, the aunts and the uncles and the brothers, and just amazing.
You see that in families. You see where a lot of our National Guardsmen or a lot of those that are serving in our armed forces in whatever capacity, well, their parents were probably in the military and their grandparents were probably in the military as well.
Right.
And it's a tradition in Guam.
Since the liberation of the island in World War II, generations of families here have served. Guam is said to have the highest per capita rate of service anywhere under the U.S. flag. Consequently, there are also a high number of veterans in need of veteran services on Guam, which some veterans here complain is lacking.
We know that we're bringing, at a vet community, conservatively, about $60 million a year onto the island. Could not there be some mechanism by which we increase that budget for the vet community, the VA office?
Yeah.
Because when we've talked to Mr. Pinko, he's like,
he's been fighting for more people.
Yeah, I want to do this and this and this, and then he gives me that sad look and goes, but I don't have the money.
We have to be very, very careful that we don't get underwater again. So, and I've talked to John, the need for a veteran service representative, clerk typists, cemetery workers, these are needs. But as we move forward, it is so important that we also understand that we never want to go where we were before. And that means we've got to be very careful. So I've talked to John. I'm seeing that what we can do as we move forward and as we evaluate the financial position of the government, where we can add people into critical positions that services can be provided.
Federal veterans benefits are provided in proportion to the number of veterans in a community, and recent surveys have found just 6,000 registered veterans on island. But Rogers says there may be as many as twice that number, given all the young vets on island who have served in the recent wars, but have not yet registered for veteran services. So the exact number of vets here is hard to pin down.
That has always been an issue, and I think there's a lot of folks that want their privacy. For whatever reasons, we've had a very difficult time getting a good number on those that are veterans that are living here on Guam.
The Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Eric Shinzeki, visited Guam about 2 years ago to dedicate the new Veterans Clinic in Agana Heights, a clinic that some veterans criticized almost immediately as being too small to serve the growing number of island veterans.
All the services that these veterans deserve cannot be so easily rendered. It's not like if you live in California or even Hawaii, where there are certain services available and there's a network of services that are accessible, even if you have to go a little bit of a distance.
Right.
For Guam, it's difficult because of not only geography but the cost.
Kevin Kerrigan,
of having
PNC
to
News.
have a service provided because you have to leave island.